Cancer, so this is going to be your July 2023 reading. So anyone with prominent Cancer placements in your birth chart, thank you so much for being here. If you are only interested in listening to the tarot portion of this video, I have it timestamped, so you can just click on the little timestamp and it'll take you straight into the tarot cards. If not, then I will cover some astrology before I get into the tarot reading. I just want to go over the full moon and new moon energy for the month of July. And if you are interested in more astrology and me going into more details around the rest of the transits that will be taking place this month, take a look at the weekly readings that I will be putting out throughout the month. So I will break down the astrology by week at that time. And I will also go into a tarot reading for the week. I do not do each zodiac sign. I do it by element. So if you're interested in that type of content, take a look at those and subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss them. And then, of course, like this video if you were able to gain any perspective. So you are the final reading that I'm doing for the zodiac series for the month of July. And I think that it is going to be a month where you feel pretty good about the things that are taking place, or at least you are in a familiar territory, just seeing that the sun is in Cancer. And I am recording July 2nd, so tomorrow, July 3rd, depending on where you're at, but we do have a full moon in Capricorn. And so this is your opposite sign. Every year when the sun is in Cancer, the full moon will always be in Capricorn, and the sun is always, or the new moon is always in Cancer, right? And so the full moon this month being in Capricorn, it does talk about what is important to us and what we truly value. So the themes around that will be coming up pretty prominently within our energy field and in the energy field of others. We are looking into how we are investing our time, our energy, our effort, even our resources and our money. So what are we putting all of this investment into, and are we seeing any results or a return from these things? And if not, and we consider this to be sort of a waste, then the full moon tomorrow in Capricorn will give us the opportunity to course correct where we are placing all of our energy, just to make sure that we are focused on what is really important to us and the things that we really want to achieve for the better quality of our life, if that makes sense. It's also asking us to think about what success means to us, since that is a very subjective thing. It's different for everyone, right? So what does success mean to you, and how do you know you have achieved success? Once you feel successful or know you are successful, what happens at that point, right? And so just overall topics or themes regarding these things, as well as just being overall determined, resilient, dependable, and of course putting in the work, right? Capricorn energy is a very work-oriented energy. It's a very results-oriented energy. And all of it for the sake of a better quality way of living. And then July 17th, which is sort of mid-month, we hit that new moon in Cancer. So here with the new moon, there's an opportunity for us to begin something. It is an initiation. It is sort of planting a seed, coming up with a plan for a vision that you have or a goal that you have. Again, starting, like the starting type of energy. And it's only fitting that it is in a cardinal water sign. With the cardinal signs, these are the initiators. These are the leaders. These are the directors, right? So here you'll have a strong need or energy field to be able to start something or to want to start something. And it's usually, because it's in Cancer, which is a water sign, it is usually around something that we are emotionally connected to, something that we are emotionally invested in, that will give us some sort of emotional fulfillment as well. Sticking with that, what really matters to us theme for the month here with the new moon in Cancer, we will probably realize that it is the people we love and the people that love us that are most important right now. and that are in priority. So that's usually our children, our parents, especially the feminine or the mother, you being a parent as well, and you know, just our family and who we consider family. Also our home, and having some emphasis here. Maybe there are things to do around the house. Maybe you are moving. Maybe you're sort of thinking about like, okay, your living situation and how to improve it in some way. So these are all, you know, themes that will come through with the new moon in Cancer mid-month, as well as being in touch with your intuition and with your higher self, being in touch with your heart and your soul as well. The same day, we do have the nodes of the moon changing. So the nodes of the moon change every year and a half or so, and we are coming out of them in the signs of Taurus and Scorpio. And so we will be moving into Aries and Libra. So the North Node, which is our direction that we should be going toward, will be in Aries, and the South Node, which is what we should be leaving behind, will be in Libra. So Aries does rule the self, Libra rules partnership. So we are going to be embracing individuality and pretty much thinking of the I am concept. Who am I separate from, aside from others, right? Because Libra deals with others and relationship dynamics, and the Aries is the self. We are looking at ourselves separate from the others, because that South Node is what we're leaving behind, if that makes sense. So we will be doing that, moving toward oneself and away from others, like I said, thinking about independence versus dependence, doing something for the self, by yourself. You know, if there are any low-level codependent type of relationships, I think those will be fizzling out throughout the next year and a half for people that are doing the spiritual conscious work. There will be a yearning for us to start something and do something that we've never done before throughout the course of our individual lifetime. So there is a sort of beginning energy here. And this will be playing out again for the next year and a half. And we will feel it more prominently when the nodes do meet up with other power players, as in other planets, when they do make really strong aspects to other planets throughout the next year and a half. So at that time, I'm sure that the conversation will come up, as well as, you know, just the collective feeling it a little bit more prominently in those moments than in other moments, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that's about it. So that is the astrology portion of today's video, and we can move into the tarot portion now. Again, if you want more astrology, please subscribe and check out those weekly readings, or if you're interested in seeing more of my readings just in general, please subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you there. Like the video if you were able to gain anything out of it today. I would also appreciate that. All right, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Who am I reading for today? Who is coming through today? Cancer for the month of July 2023. What is the personal energy for Cancer for the month of July 2023, please? One more. All right. What do we got? What is the overall personal energy for the sign of Cancer for this month? I felt this. The Knight of Cups. Here's that emotional fulfillment that I was speaking about this month with that new moon in Cancer. Obviously, with the new moon being in our sign, it is going to affect us in some way. And with the full moon being in our opposite sign, that will also affect us in a different way. So if you are a Cancer rising, especially, your the full moon is going to be in the opposite side of the zodiac. So it will be in your 7th house of partnership. And then, of course, the new moon being in Cancer will affect, I mean, regardless, it's affecting all Cancers and all Cancer placements in some way. All right. So the Knight of Cups has to do with an emotional bond, an emotional connection, a connection between you and another that you have feelings for. There's a little bit of romantic energy here, depending on the other cards that come through with it. I don't know, this is you, Cancer, who is feeling really romantic, who wants to go toward somebody, toward another person. I don't think it is. It could be, but there's some boundaries and a wall up here. So this is your personal energy. So there is a push and pull between wanting romance and wanting to feel some sort of emotional bond, emotional connection with someone, but at the same time having your guard up and your boundaries up. So we'll see what that's about. I also feel the energy of being very selective as well. Selective of who you are investing your attention to, and selective about how much attention you're giving or the type of attention you're giving to another person. See what this is about. What else for the personal energy, please? And the moon. There is an element of something being hidden here. Maybe you have your boundaries up because whoever you're dealing with, you maybe don't know them very well yet. Because this is your energy. I'm reading this from the perspective of it being you, but you reverse the roles as needed, especially once I bring out the environment cards. But there is something that is not being shown at this time. So I don't know if you are holding things in, keeping something from another for the sake of protecting yourself and protecting your heart. Yeah, that feels strong. So it's like, I want to feel something. I want to have feelings. I would love to, you know, indulge in this romantic situation and get to know someone or whatever. But because I have my boundaries up, because I have my walls up, and there's probably a need for that for some reason, I cannot show up as my full self. I cannot be my total self, my authentic self, because there's a reason your boundaries are up. There's a reason your walls are up. And it could just be for the simple fact that you just really don't know this person yet, you know? So therefore, you're not going to give your all and show your all, right? Or it could be because there's an actual valid reason that you need to protect yourself from this romantic situation. You want to be careful if you are coming from a place of trauma and a previous bad experience. All right, just use your discernment and your judgment. If this is, especially if you are in a new type of romantic situation, just sort of like make sure that you are not coming from that old place, and that you are seeing this new situation with fresh eyes. But we'll see why you have the boundaries up. What is in the environment, please, for Cancer for July 2023? For some of you, it may be you going to another, and it may be you wanting to share how you feel with someone else, but there's still the same concept of not being able to be open. Maybe you want to tell someone how you feel, but you can't for some reason. And I get that the Cancer energy is very private and we protect ourselves. So what was I going to say about that? Yeah, I don't know. There's just something hidden about someone, and it could be something hidden about you. I mean, it could be like an actual thing, which is like a secret, or, you know, like something like that. But it's just the matter, like, especially if you're cross-watching for a Cancer, like you want to know about a Cancer right now. Like, the Cancer is going to give as much as they get, usually, okay? The Cancer can like, they have the biggest heart and they love unconditionally. Like, their full love, when they're able to express love fully, it is very unconditional, right? Very accepting, very devoted, very loyal, right? Like, they are completely 100% in it, and they give their heart completely. But that's only when they know that it is certain, right? Like, there is commitment. There is, you know, the other person feels the same way, as in they are committed to the Cancer. That's when they feel that they are completely accepted by the other person. When they feel that they are seen and still loved for who they are completely, right? When they feel comfortable with the other person, the more comfortable they feel, the more accepted they feel, the more wanted they feel, then that's, you know, more and more and more they start to bring down the walls and show their true colors and give more and more and more love, if that makes sense. But they're not going to do that if it's brand new. They're not going to do that if they know where they stand and it's not really a committed, serious thing. And so if somebody feels that, you know, the Cancer is not being open and vulnerable and honest or whatever, and they're just being private and very selective, they're holding back purposely. Because it's almost as though the situation does not deserve all of myself yet. The situation does not deserve all of my love yet, if that makes sense. And that's how I'm feeling with this situation here. So there's depth, and the love is eternal. The love is like the deepest, most out of this world type of love that there could be. When you have love with the Cancer, when a Cancer loves you. So that's why the moon, right? Like, the water, the depth, like there's no end to the depth of the ocean, right? What else? Environment, please. The Empress. So whether this is you or someone else, there is abundance here. There is pleasure. There's luxury. There is security. The Lovers. Holy moly. I think Cancer, for the month of July, you are feeling love. You're feeling romance. You're feeling connection. There is relationship dynamics going on here from a romantic perspective for the majority of you. And the Wheel. If you have been single, there could be an opportunity that changes this month. If you have been just getting to know or dating someone, there's a probability that will also change this month as far as going the next step. The Wheel is when the chapter turns, like the clock ticks forward and it's like next phase, right? Like level up, you know? Like you have like a video game where you go through the levels type of thing. Like it's, okay, you've mastered a certain level, you've gone through a certain level, now level up time with the Wheel here. There's fertility, creativity, high feminism here. Somebody's feeling very feminine, sensual, sexual. There's desire, passion, connection, bonding. Maybe your guard is also up because you're a little overwhelmed. I don't know, like there's just a sense of like, is this real? Are you sure? Or like, I don't know. I mean, these are super, super beautiful cards, and I am sticking with the positivity here for sure. But there's a reason your guards are up, and I'm for the most of you, I'm assuming it is just because of the things that I've already said. I just don't know if there's history, if something has happened between you and another that created and caused your guard to be up, and for you to be a little discerning, or like you don't trust the situation fully, and you maybe feel like there's a hidden agenda, or there's something that you don't know here. For a select few of you, there may be something around you needing to show your love to somebody, to apologize, to make a situation right. But there is something hidden as well. All right, well, let's see what happens. Let's get the rest of the story. Let's put this puzzle together. What more details can we get for the sign of Cancer for 2023, please? For July 2023. Don't go down that route of like, this is too good to be true, so I'm just going to ignore it or not believe it or whatever. Like, embrace it. If it's there and you can embrace it, and it's not like an actual threat of somebody who lied to you or fucked with you or whatever. Like, this is a new, fresh person coming through. There's mutual attraction, mutual desire. You know, they're showing you with not just their words, but their actions and their energy that they are interested, and, you know, that they want to get to know you or whatever, right? Like, there's still no threat with this person, right? Like, don't come from the past, you know? Treat it and approach it for what it is now, and give it a chance. You going into your shell and feeling like you have to protect yourself because you think that it's too good to be true or something like that, like you are losing out on an opportunity, especially if love and relationship is something that you are looking for. So why not? What do you have to lose, right? Especially if you're single, Cancer, and this person is coming through and it's a brand new person. What do you have to lose, right? If it doesn't work out, you were already single, right? Like, you'll just go back to being single, if that makes sense. And I understand, like, the feeling component and all of that stuff, and I get it. But that's why detachment, especially in the beginning, like, there's balance. There's a way for you to feel the pleasures of this new romantic thing, but at the same time, balance the detachment so you don't get attached, right? There's a difference between attachment and whatever this is. Like getting to know someone and connecting with someone, you know? There's a difference between attachment and actual connection, right? All right, what's next? If you are in a relationship now, just love in general is coming through very prominently between you and your person. Love in general between you and your loved ones. You know, like just feeling really good, especially with the lovers here. It's almost like that when we are in the lovers feeling and vibration, it's like there's immense love and immense joy and immense gratitude for all that is. it's like universal love, right? So you may be feeling that with your family, with your loved ones, with your close-knit friends, you may be feeling love for life, love for the life that you have created, overwhelming joy, overwhelming gratitude, that type of thing. Feeling really like in tune with your body, in tune with your senses. You know, the ability to be outside and connect with nature and feel the power of Mother Earth, the power of Gaia, you know, and connect and feel it flowing through your body as well. And just sort of like manifesting more and spreading, trying to spread and raise the vibration. I'm getting that as well. I don't know if anybody does that, but like when you can be, and I don't know, like how can I say, like there are people that when you are around them automatically raise the vibe, right? Because they are vibing high at all times and they have worked on learning how to do that. And so they're always in a higher elevated energetic state. And so when you come around these type of people, it's contagious, right? Like you start to feel it. And by them communicating with you, the words they say, the tone they use, how they vibe around you, like it starts to get higher and higher. And I'm feeling it now even, right? Like everybody just starts to feel good, you know, and be connected. Maybe you're doing that, right? Like the gratitude and being in this Lover's card, the feeling that I was talking about, and being able to spread it with this Wheel of Fortune and, you know, bless others, right, by your presence. You don't know how you're blessing them. You don't know exactly the details of what can happen, but by elevating their energy wherever you go is going to be contagious and bleed through the other person and their life and how they are elevated, and who knows what opportunities they can get from that, if that makes sense, right? So it's like being of service to humanity, being of service to the earth, and spreading love and spreading energy. For some of you that are also in a committed relationship, there may be some pregnancy or high level of fertility involved. So if it's not you being pregnant or getting pregnant or working on being pregnant, it's a project, a very creative project that you may be immersing yourself in as well. All right, here we go. I keep saying this. Let's go. What's next for the Cancer? Give me more details. I feel like this is going to be a long reading. Three of Cups. So there's other people involved here. I feel a tight-knit circle of people in your life coming together. Maybe they're celebrating you because it is Cancer season. What else? It's truth, clarity, truth and clarity around other people in your life. You're seeing the other sides to someone. You're seeing the other sides. I don't even want to say side. I feel sides. Like not just someone's shadow, but like if this person has multiple personalities, multiple sides to them. There's a clarity coming through here about a side or different sides of a person that you didn't see before and you are now seeing. And I don't know, this could be a good thing. I don't know, right? Because you're in this romantic situation. Somehow you're being selective, you're observing them. And so maybe as you are getting to know them, you are seeing different sides of them, right? Like just the getting to know you process, and maybe they are seeing the different sides of you as well. Wow, 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 wow. Holy, you have the Lovers again. Okay, there's a brand new beginning here. The majority of you have some kind of new relationship of some kind, a new love of some kind, a new passion of some kind, something that is extremely emotionally fulfilling, something where you will be able to express yourself and release and show up as your full self. What I was saying earlier about how Cancers, usually don't do that, right? Until they are 100% sure that the relationship dynamic is secure enough and they feel safe enough to show someone who they really are, to give the love that they have to give. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. This is truth about emotion. This is truth about feelings, truth about love. The Page of Wands, this is new. For the majority of you, this is new. If it's not a romantic situation, it is a passion, it is a project, it is a child, it is something that is new that completely fulfills you emotionally. What else is coming through? But in the beginning of June, yeah, there's some new beginnings here, for sure. New beginning. Truth, you finally, sorry, my mind is going too quick for my mouth. But what was I gonna say? The beginning of June, you finally come to terms with your feelings about something. And it is enlightening. It is a moment in time where you feel extremely connected with yourself, what you want, who you are. Six of Cups, mid-month coming through. There is a element of the past. There's an element of history in some way, of looking to the past for reflection. Maybe it's a moment where you reflect and you're like, how did I get here? And, sort of looking at the path that you have taken that has led you to where you're at. And usually during our birthday season, that's what we do, right? Like we reflect on the year before. We reflect on where we're at on our age, and what have we accomplished, what have we not, the Nine of Pentacles here. You feel secure and stable. Something has you feeling secure and stable, independent, like you have created this great life for yourself, and you are sort of basking in the gratitude of where you are. There's some money coming through in the middle of the month as well. Some sort of material opportunity, financial opportunity. Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. There's collaboration with someone else. There's communication. There is planning and bonding and coming together with ideas. And, this is what I have to offer. The other person's like, okay, good. This is what I can do. This is what I have to offer. Okay, good. Let's use our skills. Let's use our talents. Let's use what we have. Like somehow you are blending with another person mid-month and planning things out. But There is a little bit of worry and hesitation coming through here. Maybe you find yourself, there's a part of life where you feel like it is not going very well, or you feel stuck. There's something, there's an element in your life where it has you feeling stuck. So whatever that is, mid-month, you are like finding a solution for that. I'll get more information in a little bit. I just want to get the rest of the cards out. So you have the High Priestess coming through. This is the connection to your higher self, the connection to, you know, your intuition and your instincts and your magic and your third eye, and you being aligned, and your connection with your spirit guides and with the universe. Seven of Cups. The High Priestess with the Seven of Cups. That's interesting. That's going to take me a little bit. What is that? Seven of Pentacles, two sevens, and the Chariot. Beautiful, beautiful card to end this reading, the spread. It feels like at the end of the month, there's a little bit of a halt, or like the universe or your higher self or your spirit guide, like something spiritual, like however you connect with your spiritual side, sort of coming through and getting your attention about something, getting your attention about the need to reevaluate some options that you have. There's options coming through at the end of the month in some way. And you are sort of on course, right? Like doing your thing. And by the end of the month, it's like, okay, these options have presented themselves, which sort of maybe will change the direction of where you're headed or where you thought you were headed. And I mean, it's for the sake of making something better. Okay, so it's like tending to, let's just use tending to the garden concept, just because there's flowers and stuff that she's doing here. So like you have a garden, and you know, once a week or once every couple of weeks you have to go tend to it, right? So that way your plants stay healthy, and your you know, you get out all of the dead leaves, the dead flowers or whatever. Like you need to put more dirt, you need to fertilize, you need to water, you need to clip, you need to transplant, you know, certain plants, like whatever the case, right? Just the tending to it for the sake of the garden to continue to flourish, to continue to produce, right? So it's the same concept I'm feeling here. At the end of the month, there's some tending that you have to do around something for the sake of making this thing better. I don't know what this is here, the options. But let's get some clarity and let's go through this spread here. So there's some love involved. There's a relationship or another person. I don't know. It's a little weird that this person did not show up in the reading. They are so far coming in as a Knight of Cups. And so far they're a little like an enigma. What is that? Enigmatic? Enigmatic? Is that a word? Here as well. So it's like there's some vagueness. There's some you can't really reach it. You can't really touch it yet. Like maybe it's not in here yet. Maybe it hasn't, it's not going to pop up in July or something like that. Are you, like, maybe there's boundaries just that you have in general about relationship and partnership. At the same time, in your environment, there is some sort of connection here. In your environment, there's a connection, although the person is not around. What does that mean? Clarify that for me, please. I'm so sorry this turned out to be such a long reading. Hopefully you enjoy it and you get something out of it. Okay. All right. I mean, that's something. That's someone. Do we want a king and queen? Yes, but we got a knight. Sorry. Sorry if it is you. Sorry if you're the Knight of Wands. Anyway, yeah, just like following your instincts, being really connected with yourself and your passion. So whatever the situation is, however it presents itself to you, okay, when this thing in the environment comes through, which is a connection, which is you feeling yourself, right, like in tune with your body, in tune with you, like very sensual, very sexual, very, you know, like present and taking space, right? Like you have attention on you and you have attention on someone, like, you know, something like that. There's connection. There's like the next level, the next step, like the wheel is turning here. When, how can I say this? So the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands comes in to clarify this. It's telling you to stay and remain connected to who you are, to yourself, which is this Empress here. Even though there is really strong sexual, passionate energy happening. It's like I see it simultaneously as remain connected with yourself. Not to say you're pushing away the wild passion, sexual energy, but use it as a spiritual experience. Use it and bring your power to it, right? Like don't be afraid of it. Connect with it. Okay? Connect with the passion. Connect with the sensuality. Connect with the sexuality. What are these aces up here? Start off with the Ace of Swords. Give me more insight, please. Here is the Cancer card and the Page of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. What is the Ace of Cups? The World. And the Knight of Cups. There's a cycle that has come full circle when it comes to the emotional aspect of something, the emotional connection, how you show up emotionally. This is the Knight over here as well. If you have been working on eliminating pain, heartbreak, trauma, shitty past love relationship experiences, if you have been working on that, this is an opportunity for you to show what you've been working on. This is an opportunity for you to break a certain cycle and sort of take the plunge or be confident and allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to go through the emotions of it without the baggage, like I was saying earlier and from the get-go, without the experience, without the past situation happening. And this is probably why the past is coming up, because you're sort of reflecting on past situations. And there could be a level of anxiety coming through as you get to know someone, as something gets more stable and secure and like on the ground, or what is that, off the ground? I don't know. There's like, is this like the old thing, right? As you are connecting more and more, as you're loving more and more, as you're showing yourself more and more, at some point in the middle of the month, there's a reaction. There is a older little traumatic hit that you get that causes you to go into some sort of anxiety mode because it's familiar to the past. What is the High Priestess with the Seven of Cups here? For some of you, there's a warning as well to watch out for a Knight of Wands type of person. Like, just maintain a connection, whether you are indulging in it or you have to have your boundaries up and your walls up. Whatever happens, however it plays out for you, maintain your connection to your higher self. Use your intuition and instincts that you were born with. It's like food, it's like water to you. You cannot live without that, right? Like, this is who you are. Do not allow yourself to get away from your intuition and your instincts for any reason, whether it is a positive situation coming through or a negative situation coming through, right? Stay connected. At the end of the month, there is some fast movement here. And again, that need to reevaluate something. That Three of Cups is coming through. But it's like something feels challenging. There's a blockage, there's a halt. Something feels like it's too much to handle. And you may need to come from a place of experience and wisdom and to be able to handle this situation at the end of the month here. It's like maybe something is going too fast for your liking. And it's like, okay, hold on. You know, like I need to connect with myself again. I need to take a moment, like take a breath here and go have a conversation with yourself. You know, like, what is this? What am I feeling? What is the reality, right? Like putting things on the table. This is what is real. This is what I can see. These are the actions I've taken. These are the actions they've taken, right? Like, these are the plans that we've put into place. Out of those plans, this is what we've done with it. If it is legit stuff that is in the material world, right, that you know is truthful, and because you can see truth, you can touch truth, you can you know, like truth is in front of you at all times, right? So if you feel that it's going too fast and you step back to connect with yourself and have a conversation and sort of reevaluate the situation, and you see that all the truth is on the table and there's nothing missing, great, right? Continue, keep going. Or if you have that conversation with yourself and you put everything on the table and there's nothing on the table because nothing is happening and it's just a bunch of words, then you go another direction, right? So this High Priestess is coming out for a reason. It's just making sure that you stay connected and you don't get super attached, like codependent, like high attachment, like so engulfed in this thing that you can't climb your way out of it or get out of it, if that makes sense. I cannot go and say that your person is hiding something and you need to be on guard and they are lying and there's untrustworthiness here and blah, blah, blah. For some of you, that is the case. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that it's not. But at the same time, I feel for some of you as well, like equally strongly, that this is brand new. Like this person has not even entered yet, and it's an opportunity for you to work through some past trauma, past behaviors, do it right, be conscious, be connected, you know, take it slow, like, but at the same time, you know, open up little by little, make sure that you see the truth, that things, you know, all of that stuff, right? Like, I cannot say that this person, that whoever is resonating with the situation where this is a brand new relationship or person coming into their life, I can't tell you if this person is bad or not. I can't say that. They're not even here yet. This is a lot of work for you to do if that situation comes up. For those of you who are in a relationship already, there's still love here. But something is telling you to connect with yourself and see the truth about something. If the moon wasn't here, it would be a different story. But the moon is here right from the get-go. There is something missing. And I'm not even saying it's super bad, okay? But the High Priestess is telling you, wake up, hello, look at this, look, right? Something's missing. Actually, let's do that. What's missing? What is the moon, please? Clarify the moon for Cancer. Ten of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. The Sun. Two of Pentacles. There is vagueness around their life in general. There's vagueness around who they are. There's vagueness around, you don't know everything about your person. Like, you don't know who they are completely, and you don't know everything about their life. And you probably feel that if you've been with this person for a bit, you probably feel that there's a lot that they hide from you, or you them. And it just causes a little bit of trust issues. It causes some, yeah, like it causes your wall to be up because for whatever reason they're not completely truthful. And maybe they're just quiet. Maybe they just internalize things. Maybe they're also a water sign or something like that. Like, there's not a lot of communication. They don't open up very easily. Yeah, there's like just no clarity here. There's a blockage, Cancer. I can feel it. There's a blockage. I don't know if you're blocking it or they are blocking it, but somebody that I'm reading for is energetically blocking like clarity and complete truth here. Partially because for some of you, again, what I'm reading is not in the 3D yet. It has not manifested yet. This is a potential opportunity for some of you. Others of you, there is deep secret. There is deep hidden information here, whether you're doing it or somebody else is doing it, and I cannot pick it up. So therefore, someone's guard is like completely strong here. And the High Priestess is telling me, like, you don't have to pick it up. I'm here to tell you that here is a need for the Cancer to connect with me, which is your higher self. You connect with the higher self is going to answer your questions. It is on you. That is between you and the universe. That's between you and you. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes this universe, yourself, whatever, like you won't get answers because there is a need to connect to yourself and find the answer there. And that legitimately happens. And then like think about that. Like, why do you need this answer so bad? What is it that's happening in your environment that you need to know this thing? Is it even a thing? You know, like here's when all of this stuff starts to happen where you overthink and you question yourself. And it's just like, am I crazy? Am I not? You know? What is the Chariot? This reading is getting too long. I'm sorry. Strength. Overall, you just need to have strength to move forward and to keep going on your path, whatever path that is. Courage. Again, going back to putting everything on the table so you could see what is real, what is not. I think that some of you are going to have this moment with your person that if they don't tell you the truth about something, you're going. If they cannot satisfy this need that or this instinct that you have that they are keeping something, if they cannot satisfy that by giving you the truth, then you're going. But relationship, heavy on the mind this month for some of you. I wasn't expecting that actually. I do feel that for the collective, there's a lot of work to be done. A lot of people are doing shit right now. So maybe it's just your time, right, to really be that group of people that needs to work on love and feelings and relationship dynamics and stuff like that. Like this is your moment to do that work. Since I was saying, like, everybody is pretty much working on things. And I understand love is always present. There's always a relationship going on or some type of connection dynamic and all of that stuff. And I get it. But, yeah, there's an opportunity for the month of July for you to really work on some of your history, your behaviors as it relates to love and opening up and being vulnerable. And, you know, who are you attracting? Connecting, staying connected with your higher self here, making sure that you're not repeating cycles for yourself and also cycles as it relates to the people that you attract and you are entering into relationship bonds with. Are they the same people that you're always attracting? You find yourself in the same type of relationship dynamic over and over. There's a need to get out of that and identify that. But there's definitely in the environment something that's coming up as it relates to love, as it relates to a relationship. So that is present, and if it's not present now, it will show itself at some point in July, and you will have the opportunity to work on some of these things then. If you're already in a relationship, I know I said some things for people who are already in a relationship. Those things pretty much still stand. And I think for those people, those are the ones that feel like there is something that their partner is keeping from them and they need to get to the bottom of. All right. So check out the weekly readings where I do more of the breakdown of the astrology, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, so we can follow the aspects week by week for the month of July to see how they affect us throughout the month. Good luck with all of this. You feel great right now. Stay there as much as you can. There's new opportunity coming in. So take advantage of that as best as you can. And if you are interested in a personal reading with me to get more details about this situation, just message me. My website, not my website, my email address is in the, the details of the channel. So you can just send me an email and then we can set something up. But I really appreciate your time and energy. Thank you so much. Happy birthday. Have a great month of July, and we'll see you on the next one.